Hello friends, Sound Graham doing TCGs yet again. Another case of heavy hitters. This is case number 8 for me. We've had some particularly excellent luck of late. Let's see if this one continues it. Hold please while I get preset. So legit, at this point, I feel like the last several cases I've opened, I've gotten 5 marvels, about a bazillion legendaries, and some other really good stuff. So, what I'm really hoping for, and if y'all remember, we even had one of those really nifty double marvel cases. So if you've heard of those and wondered, can they be real? Oh, they can. Because I had one. I saw it happen. 2 marvels. And I'm pretty sure there were 2 legendaries in that case on top of it. Like, it's just been a wild ride. I'm having so much fun with this set, and I really hope that we continue with more of the same here. Ooh, there we go. Okay. No, this is actually exciting me. I don't actually care about the card itself per se. It is a Majestic from our expansion slot, which is always nice. But I do believe it was the last Majestic in non-foil that I did not have a copy of. So that got us into good shape. That is excellent help towards a master set, as they say. And a playset to boot. So, A+. Love to see that. That, while a relatively inauspicious card, is certainly a card that was needed in my realm. So that is a acceptable start. Sometimes I say the wrong words on purpose. That time was actually an accident. I've said that wrong on purpose so many times. It just came out. Well, that's something we hadn't seen yet. Well. I wondered if in my 9 cases to start off with, because it was just under those old pull rates for a Fabled, I wondered if we would see it. Because there's only cold foil in this set again. And I never did see one for Dusk Till Dawn. Dusk Till Dynasty? Which one had Command and Conquer? Command and Conquer. Dusk Dynasty. Never did see one for Dynasty. But there we go. Deathmatch Arena. That is the cold foil Fabled. Holy cow. We did indeed do it. Yeah, you get the middle slot. I don't know what I'm thinking. I wish I could give it a sideways slot, but my setup just doesn't have that, so we're going to have to just live with what we can. But holy cow. I legit did not see that coming, so when I flipped to that card slot, it surprised me. Wow. There we go. Our run through this set has been nothing short of fate touched. It has just been ridiculous. A+, love to see it. 3.5 thumbs up. If y'all didn't know where I got the half thumb, you sure don't want to know where I got the extra whole thumb. But good grief, we are in business with this freaking set. Holy crap. What a hit. I don't know if it or one of the marvels is technically... Oh, crap. foil trounce. Man, I'm still so stuck on the fabled. I missed the fact that I had a foil trounce in my hand too for our majestic rainbow foil. How wild is this too now? We're almost halfway through this box. We only have one majestic, one rainbow foil majestic. That's all we've got on majestics. But we got that cold foil fabled. Holy cow. Anyway, what I was saying is I don't know technically, like, as far as dollars and cents, which one is the more favored. The one of the, presumably the either adult Kasai, I would guess, maybe Betsy, but adult Kasai, or one of the adult marbles. We'll just phase it that way, or the fabled. But they're probably all in that same ballpark. That is heckin' something. Now, granted, it's also basically a UPF only card, so it is probably slightly less desirable to a lot of players because of that. To a lot of players, now collectors and no fear. Collectors and, you know, UPF players would certainly be another story, I would imagine. But regular, like, just competitive CC Blitz, commoner for sure. Players that don't really worry about the collection side of it probably aren't chasing after it quite as much. So maybe that's the answer. Maybe it really is legit the marvels that are more sought after, but I will never not be tickled. That's Boast, for which I actually am pretty sure I need 2 non-foil copies of. I will never not be excited about a cold foil fabled. I don't care if it's the dang Blood of the Drakai. I will always be excited about a cold foil fabled. That is the rule. That is how it works. It doesn't matter how crappy the card itself might be. I will always be excited. Book it now. Tenacity, okay. There's another majestic for us. I don't think I need any more copies of that one, but it could be worse. It could not be a majestic, I guess. Yeah, this definitely isn't a set where I don't think I've noticed any rares or, hey, there's Adult Olympia. Any rares or commons for sure that are like pushing that majestic value. Like some sometimes can. It does happen on occasion. I don't believe it has occurred with this set, at least not yet. Not to say meta, as it develops, can't change things. But as things sit right now, I don't believe that has been the case. Because we haven't really had time to develop meta. My goodness grief. Holy crap. That is another Rainbow Balance of Justice Legendary. That is the third one of those we have pulled now. Good grief. Now, somebody said, I don't know if this is true, so I'll be curious to see, that it was either the Fabled or the Marvel. I thought it was the Fabled. Does not actually take the standard cold foil slot. It's its own monster. So I'll be curious to see if we get another cold foil in this particular box or not, proving or disproving that. I frankly don't care, because we already hit a cold foil. So I honestly do not actually care. It is more of just a information curiosity. So yeah, unless I missed one, we didn't get another one. But like I say, I don't really care. Wow. What a box. Rainbow foil legendary and the fabled. Stop opening, I guess. Like, we're done here. Nothing else. Nothing to see. Oh, I guess there are 3 more boxes. Holy crap, that was the first box of this case. Friends, y'all know how I get sometimes. Sometimes there are nasty surprises. This was not a nasty surprise. This was not a nasty surprise at all. Man, I'm quite beside myself. You know what? Heck with that. That slot gets better right now, I think. Yeah, let's do that. That's gonna completely throw off my normal groove, and I'm so thrown off right now. I was trying to flip through these cards. Not in the correct spot. That is how flustered I have become. That was double down though. Another majestic. Good gravy. I do like gravy, for the record. My word. What a heckin' box 1. We've got a whole majestic to show for box 2 so far. Okay. I think I only had 1 or 2 copies of Coercive Tendency. I believe I need that. We're gassing cookies or something. I think that's the phrase. Rising energy and nothing else there. Yeah, we are. Ooh, Reckless Charge and foil. That's cool. We are about at the point where, as it sits right now, I have 1 more case after this one that I currently have on hand. Now, granted, the way I do my videos, you'll be seeing it a couple weeks afterwards. So there may be pretty much no... There we go! There's our cat pal. I don't know. A girl cat pal was a weird chain we went through there. Blade Flurry, which I figured out I don't need another copy of, so that's an extra. But I have some local buds who are looking for them, so that will go to the hey, I got you pile. Man, oh man, though. Yeah, so what I was saying is that I usually record and then upload and post the videos. Not always. Sometimes I have a pretty quick turnaround. Just kind of depends on how much I have set myself up for the future any given time. But a lot of times you're seeing them a couple weeks out. This one will be a couple weeks out. So there may be very little delay from your perspective between this and more videos. Ooh, there's a Trounce. That is another card that I am looking for. I was looking for another copy for local bud. So we are at the very least. I know I've pulled a few things that I was still lacking, but we are pulling hitting the make local deals stuff pretty hard too. The only thing that could make me happier than I am right now is pulling another fabled in the last case. That would do it. That would do it. Like I say, I don't think I had another cold foil in that box. it's always possible I missed it, like going through but I'm pretty comfortable that it was just the Fabled. I heard some people say it doesn't take the cold foils. And of course, to be absolutely fair, you are not truly guaranteed a cold foil. So to some degree, the speculation doesn't really matter at all. But there we are. This is definitely a... we got Blade Flurry. And we got Trounce, which is pretty good. But this is certainly a quieter box than box 1. It would be tough not to be, however, when we got a Balance of Justice and we got a Fabled. Tough not to. Look forward to. I'll definitely pick up some more. This is a set that I will be getting more of from my LGS, 100%. I get a little bit from them and a little bit from a couple other places on pre-order, and then like every time I talk to Paul at Borderland Games, I end up buying more cases of whatever. So I will definitely be, with how much of a blast I've been having with this, I will definitely be hitting him up for more. Alright, grandstand leg plates for a common cold foil. I'm pretty sure that is one that I did not previously have. So we are still slowly ticking in the right direction. Wade Gold in Lello foil. So yeah, short of something crazy happening in the next 3, something wild happening, I try not to use that. It happens sometimes, but short of something wild happening in the last few packs, like a Reinar, I don't much expect to see. I expect this box to finish as a quiet follow-up to its very, very loud predecessor. The last pack will determine this. I can already tell there's nothing spicy in the expansion slot. Miller's Grindstone, that's always fun to see. So yeah, that was a quiet box, but really that's okay. Quiet box. So I finally figured out a nice way. So the case box is down by my feet. That's where the wrappers are going. And the commons and uncommons, instead of just getting commons and uncommons, we don't have uncommons in this game, commons and tokens. Instead of getting piled up and then having to move them at some point to avoid catastrophe, are going straight into empty booster boxes from the case I am opening. I'm just experimenting with that for the first time now, but I think I like it. It is likely to become my go-to option. How I didn't get to this beforehand, you know, just so y'all see how the sausage gets made, is that I'm dumb and just didn't think of it. And now that I have thought of it, I'm like, well, that was awfully silly that I haven't done that yet. This is who you are watching open cards. I don't know what to tell you. There is a Majestic, the adult Olympia. I'm still slightly disturbed. Disturbed is the wrong word. That's a little strong. Perplexed, I guess, by Olympia as the name, since that is like more generally the like thinking Spanish specific runner, okay. Thinking Spanish specifically, being the feminine form, but Olympio would sound kind of dumb. Maximus, like, would have been where I landed, I feel like. But Olympia, we can live with it. But it just, it does just make me chuckle every time I think about it. It's like, that's the different. Now, some of that is also just certain general programming in my head that maybe needs to be undone to a degree. But whatevs. Here we are. I apologize if that is the case. Not the case of, you know what I mean. I'm sorry. Sometimes I talk too much. I like that. Smash back that ale horn. Wage agility. This is another. We've pulled a couple of Majestics, but it's been a quiet box otherwise so far. I guess we did get that runner. That's a pretty solid Majestic. Pretty solid one indeed. Stacked in someone's favor. And Olympio. I still really want that Maximus altar. You know what else would be funny? To have a Maximus altar of, like, from Gladiator. Equally funny, I think, would be to have an altar that is Maximus the horse from Tangled. That would, like, both of those at the same time would be outright hysterical to me. You know, in case you're ever looking for a gift. I don't expect gifts. Don't do that. Reckless Charge. I think that's the. I'd gotten a rainbow foil earlier that I think I lack. I think that gets me my non-foil playset as well. About to have to pivot to another empty box for my bulk over here, y'all. Filled this one up. Alright, that one is full. Let's move to the fresh one. It's the fresh one. Alright, we've got a Grinder's Millstone right there up top. Beast mode. Now, are we talking Transformers or Marshawn Lynch? I'm game either way. I like both. Just let me know. Draw swords. Let this be the hour we do. What was the last hour? Good dad jokes from my own dad just make me happy. Well, I see we have a cold foil. Figure Girth. A common. I don't remember if I have a Vigor Girth or not. Well, I do now. I don't know if I already had one or not. To be a bit more specific. Because I know y'all are usually very mean to me about my lack of specificity. That's also not true. Y'all are pretty much never mean to me. So, I appreciate that. I'm mean to myself enough. I'm in virtually every situation my own worst critic. which gets in my way a lot of times at work. When I realize a mistake was made, it has to be fixed, and we shift that tide of battle. Somebody was like, well, that's good for being in the accounting world. And I'm like, okay, you know, that's fair on the one hand. On the other hand, it's just bad for me in general. It's been a couple of weeks of that, honestly, lately. So I've talked a little bit with a couple of other content creators, actually. Maybe talked is the strong word, but I've seen other people saying the same things, that they're kind of in bad headspace, and I have been too, for a bit. Ooh, foil standing order, yes please. That's a good rainbow foil majestic if I ever saw one, and I think I already have one. I think that becomes a duplicati. But yeah, just one of those things. Sometimes things get a little hard, and a regular standing order to go with it. I'm in. Yeah, the standing orders, we got a couple of good majestics. That was a decent enough box. You know, it would be an even more decenter enough box. This one, if we get something awesome in it again. So let's do that. We're just going to throw that over there. It's a good place for it, I think. Where is said place? Couldn't tell you. Don't know. In the room somewhere. Is it in the room with you? But let's go. Let's get some big hits. Like I say, this is the fourth box. This is the last box of this case. Like I said earlier, nothing huge that I'm asking for out of this one. Let's just get another Fabled. That's all I'm asking for. That seems reasonable. It's just one ask. That's fine, right? Good job. If you are ever in one of those spots where, regardless of what it is, you're just finding yourself, hey, I'm down. Things seem like they kind of suck right now. Hopefully, you have people in your life that are surrounding you that are able to talk to you about it, that you can go to, that you can discuss things, that you can, get in a good spot, get in a happy place for how you are handling that, or at least, if not a happy spot, just work through it. I hope that is something that you are able to do. If not, find some people to talk to. Professionals are always a great place to start, but even if you just need a friend, find that person you can talk about whatever crap is going on. My wife has been extremely helpful in that regard. I've got other friends that I let know when my own headspace is dodgy. Some of them are other content creators, people that I've met on here that have been very helpful to me in their advice and in things that, they have said because of their own experiences. So, if it is a friend that you are friends with, that you can sit across a table from, so much the better. If not, find that person that you trust, that you can talk to online, especially if you know they've gone through things too, or are going through things. It's always nice to be able to know you can reach out to people. I'm not a trained, certified expert in virtually anything. Hashtag not financial advice. Hashtag not, psychiatric advice, whatever, but I personally just find talking helps. So, if you trust me and want to do that, I'm open to that too. Sometimes I get a little weird on here. I know that a ways back I had that not just TCG's Send packing foil and Evo Magneto in the same pack. Nice. Where I just talked about how I just threw a video away because I felt bad about it and like didn't want to talk cards that day, but I did want to post a video, so I did. So sometimes, I mean, that can be what it comes down to too. It can be wild stuff, and sometimes for me it just means I might be opening cards and I'll point out the awesome cards that I open, and I will, if something about the cards really piques my interest, I'll talk about it. And sometimes it means that I'll do what I'm doing right now and talk about something completely unrelated for a little bit. Even though I'm looking at cards, cards are not what is best in life. They're not primary. They are fun. They are a great way to have leisure time. They're great luxury in that regard, but they are not everything. Keep that in mind. We got a Boast, which might be something I needed for a playset still. I know I'm close on Boast if I haven't already finished it, but that might have gotten me there. We like. Yeah, that was a great first box. After that, it has been pretty mid, but a first box that good is more than enough to cover for a mid rest of the case. I can't say anything else. We got a KO there. Adult KO. He is both armed and dangerous. He's only one armed and dangerous, though. Is he one dangerous? Down, not out. Some of these, I would get so used to the paper packs that when I gotta open something else, it just ain't quite there sometimes. Alright, there's a Miller's Grindstone. There's our cold foil. Honestly, Miller's Grindstone is a pretty cool card, and as far as a rare cold foil, why not? I just would have liked to have hit another legendary or something else so that the joy wasn't completely run by that first box of the case. However, fabled. So what do I have to complain about? I'm just a big dumb animal. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I will say it again. But still, that ain't bad. Balance of Justice is a solid addition to a cold foil fabled. Beast mode. We got some pretty solid majestic cards all through. I mean, there's as much as I might mother. Okay, y'all know I don't really swear on here, and you almost got it. All right. That is a Apex Bonebreaker. I know a couple of my buddies, locals, have been looking for that, but I don't have one yet, so I'm going to have to sit and ponder about whether I'm keeping it or moving it. But there is, as I was just asking for, it's a rainbow foil, but it is that one more legendary Just making sure that the first box didn't get to take all of the credit, all of the bragging rights for the excellence. We get to shift the Tide of Battle right behind that. Another good card. We'll just drop that on top. We won't overthink this. And we go into the last pack. We have had plenty of magic already. I don't figure we're getting any more here, but it is the last pack nonetheless. We gotta open this thing up and see what's there. And as expected, that was nothing but holy cow. No Marvels. This was obviously a failure because we didn't get any Marvels. But we got 2 rainbow foil. I'm pretty sure that's rainbow foil. Yeah, 2 rainbow foil legendaries, Bone Breakers and Balance of Justice. But of course, we won't even look at all the Majestics because what we got was the cold foil Fabled, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else. All of our other friends as well. Cold foil Fabled, Deathmatch Arena, baby. What a case. One more left for right now. Let's move on and see what we can do. Speaking of Paul, I've been terrible at pointing it out. I've got the link in the description. You can either follow that or at borderthangames.com. Use code GrahamTCG at checkout. 5% off your first order with him. First order. New customers. But, you know, good for everybody. Win, win, win. Lets him know I sent you. Gets you a discount, gets him business. Everybody's happy. It's good stuff. Good times. But anyway, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me and for listening to my life ramblings going through some really, really cool cardboard today. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.